Nice. How awesome. How awesome is it to have class on Ostara? Love it. So today, it is important for us to go into a neutral state. And you may have found, maybe you had moments of silence or even just direct focus. And that is magical. So I have lots to get in today, too. And I'm excited about it. I see so much growth happening with everyone. We have to grow, even though this world is going through what it is. Focus on your bubble, and as you do, it spreads into the world. So March is awesome because it's a powerful month where we are actually receiving the energy we need to get us to fall. I mean, Beltane will add to it, but we really do receive a life force. And so it is really important for us to focus on our healing. And this month, we recognize so much about ourselves. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a piece of work. That's okay. Oh my gosh. So welcome. So for this class, you will need an unlit candle or virgin. I love saying that. And if you have a glass of water, that would be wonderful. So Astara, our ceremony, it starts at 9. So I'm going to be hopping off, hopefully by like 10 to. So let's get to it. I know there's a couple more that will join. So one thing I want to get into is just connecting to the magic of March. And March is powerful because when you think about the magic of the directions, this is a time where they all come together. And not just the power of the directions, but all the light and the dark. So it's almost like when the veil lifts, but it's all of the spirits and the seeds of creation that want to jump into the life force. So we are receiving spirits and energies of all kinds. And this is a time where many people believed in the old days was the turn and the beginning of the medicine wheel. And it was actually known as a sacred word. And the sacred word that was used that meant medicine wheel is, I'm still learning my native tongue. I'm so bad at it. My grandma. Okay, anyway. So this time was known as Kanawehitowin. Kanawehitowin. So like Kana, way, hit, or win. Like hit or win. That's how I remember it. And we say that word and connect to the understanding that that activates the medicine of the directions or the medicine wheel to help us understand the powers and the issues within our life and what's happening around us. But in the ancient times, most of the understanding and the wisdom seat was wisdom of the women. So this is a very sacred time for women. Of course, the creation of spring and everything that's becoming fruitful this year. But this is also the time where we would connect to what we need to heal and address our issues and connect to the directions. And so this is something that you can do for yourself every year, or create a circle or a sharing circle and do it with others. And so we always start at the Eastern direction. And the Eastern direction at this time is bringing us the gift of vision. So our clairvoyant power receives a new birth. So having strong vision is key. So what is the one thing you want to focus on this year? And you want it to be something that is going to bring you new awareness. And this awareness is going to be not only the awareness of your manifesting gift, but it will be a healing power that belongs and connects to you and the goddess. So your vision will produce the awareness. Think about that. That is a key to manifesting magic. And then we go to the southern direction. And the power of the south is coming to us right now. Like all of these are in play every single day right now. And the south, the power of the south and the spirits of the south are coming to us through this month, through this threshold, to help us understand what it is that we're meant to share. The information of why things happen or how things continue to happen, whether they're warning signs or synchronicities. So this is a blissful time. And it's also very powerful. And these things that are coming are meant to empower with knowledge that's needed to make a change. And even though some of us are like, I don't really need to make any changes, I'm just gonna sit like this for right now, you're not gonna be able to. Because your growth is needed. I love it. I love this time because this is a time where the universe wants to live through you. The west direction right now, this west direction, whenever it rains, the rainwater is the most powerful during this time. So make sure you collect it. Because the western water, which is the rain, represents the gift of cleansing by establishing a connection to the spirits who were affected by the cleansing you need. How powerful is that? And so sometimes this time through March, people get lots of spirit activity. And the reason why this is happening is because it's creating an opportunity for us to cleanse, but also engage and connect to like-minded spiritual people. So the cleansing of the spirit is what's being healed. And this is also the month where we are connecting to the power of the north. And that power calls for action. And so this is a time where us as priestesses and spiritualists, we are connecting to the North Pole, the power of the North. There's a magnetic power. And this magnetic power is actually a superpower that's meant to help end women who have and are experiencing abuse in life. And I'm not talking about abuse by the hands of man, just that. I'm talking about the abuse that cripples us, our self-worth. It cripples what we're meant to be doing. And so we are being cleansed. Our root chakra is being cleansed by the power of the earth, the magnetic pole. And it is a good idea to actually wear or have hematite or some kind of grounding stone when you're not practicing stuff. Okay, so this is a time where we are receiving healing to end abuse. And this power is to ensure change for the self, is to ensure change for families, but also for actions, spiritual actions that will fight that mentality and help move our consciousness forward. And so with all of these powers, we actually need to understand that the journey that's happening is happening all around the world to build some kind of strength. But the power that each direction holds is amazing. And it does travel around the world. So this, for us as women, is actually a time for us to regain our rightful place. It's a time to build on our strengths with the power that's flowing through us, but it's also the journey of the wheel. And so we want to move our community, which is our family. Some of us have 2 people in our community. Some of us have 50. Some of us have way too many. No, I'm just kidding. But our community is being moved into a new direction. And your community will transform and allow you to regain your place. So you're right now claiming your life in your place, as well as the respect it holds to give you that light. So March is always known as a month of personal power and protection. And it's good to make, to carry jade is a good stone, but I like to make myself a talisman. So this is the month that I'll make myself a new talisman to wear. It can be any way thing. You know, some people make amazing work out of old pins. Like, be creative, but make a talisman. Maybe it's a herbal one, and use it as a powerful guardian. When we make a talisman of personal protection this month, it connects us to the joy of nature and the creation of nature. And it becomes a powerful guardian of your loved ones, but also your physical body. So traditionally, this is the month that we would make a medicine bag, you know, like a little sachet to carry. Okay. And sachets. So some of you have taken the medicine making class, but you can use different colors of fabric to represent the elements or what you want. And you put the healings and or the herbs and the stones or photos or paper of what you want, and you tie it up with a string and carry it. And you can make tiny ones, like little cute things. And every culture actually used to make these. So it's pretty interesting when you study the ancients of the world, sachets and carrying power was important. So make yourself a talisman this month, okay? So before I go on, I want to talk about our candle. So grab your candle. Now, if you are doing the Astara ritual, it would be really cool to use the same candle, but you might want to snuff it out, okay? Because we can build on it with it. So this is also, because all of the directions are in play, it's important for us to call the animal, to call our power and our totems into play. So our connection to nature. So I want to do that. And if you re-listen to this, create something with it. Or, you know, let this become a ritual for you every spring. Okay. But you do want to do it after March full moon and in between April full moon. I like to do it on this day. So put your hand in, put your candle in your hand, put your hand in your candle. Okay. And I want you to connect with it. And you want to feel heat. So connect to. Okay. You can repeat after me or just listen or say it mentally. I call in the light of golden rays. We seek protection. Heavenly forces at my side. Angels, sages, spirit guides, or wolves who walk with cunning skill. Come to my aid. Come at my will. Blackbirds soaring. Light my path. So I am victim to no one's wrath. And when my journey at last succeeds, all those who help me, blessed be. Come to me, eagle, wolf, bear. Dance with me now, the spirit of your will. Eagle soaring in the sky. Share with me my freedom. Bring with me my fighting skills. Teach me lessons that I need to learn. And wolf, spirit teacher and tracker, in day or night, give me endurance, courage, and sight. Teach me lessons I need to learn. Trampling along my earthly path. Bear, come to me, mighty strength and sense of smell. Teach me lessons I need to learn. Lonely tracker of terrains, stamina and endless curiosity. Move slow, move rapid. Connect to the wind that blows. Upward, downward, dipping, turning, round and round, you and I. with me, in me. I am you. You are me. Together with nature as one. Awaken me now to all spirit beings, to the dancers, to the humans, hope and fear, life and death, good and evil, cycles come, up and lower world, journeying now, I forevermore call protection, blessings, and healing in my time and space. We are all one. I am protected by your might, gracious goddess, day and night. Earth Mother, as I call my circle round, all negativity will always sink to the ground. So mote it be. And let's light this. Uh-oh. Oh, I have a lighter. Light it up. Okay, now you want to pay attention to the very next animal or bird you see. Okay. Now, because we are in a healing month and we're meant to focus on healing ourselves and others, I want you to try to make a healing incense. Okay. And you can, of course, add anything you want to it. You can make it a bath. You can add stones to it. But I want to share with you some very effective ones. And you can even take all of the ones I talk about, make them one, or take it, just play. So I always like to have loose leaf incense, and that's just the herbs together mixed, because when I have my blends, I can take that blend and I can put it into a bath and make a salt. I can put it into my candles. So making herbal blends is something that is so awesome to have in your cupboard. So my healing blend, I have in my candles, in my bath, in my, just my herbs. I'll make an oil, put them in. So think about that, because it is effective. And if someone loves them, then they know they can get the whole line. So the healing incense that you can make, number one is I like to use a rosemary and juniper. That is so easy for us to get in the summer. Do 50-50 for those equal parts. And I always try to put juniper berries in it. I love the way juniper berries burn. And whenever you burn these two together, look at the smoke, because the smoke will change color. So sometimes you'll get white, black, purple, or blue. And if you get purple or blue or white, it's awesome. If you get black, add something else to it. So if I get black smoke in my herbs, I know I need to add one more herb. I'm fighting something bad. So with that, I could add cinnamon. So if you sprinkle cinnamon in it, awesome. And it will take away, or mugwort, of course, right? Mugwort is amazing because it gets rid of evil spirits, right? Ashes to ashes is what you want to use for mugwort. The other incense that I really like to use for healing, and this is if the person comes from a religious background. Okay. So if you know that they're a little skeptical, I get a lot of skeptics. I love it. It's so fun. So anything that has to do with a religion or religious or skeptic, so anything outside, then you want to use frankincense and myrrh and cinnamon. Okay. And when you use that, you'll find that it will work for them because it is connected to their religion and culture. So we're just saying another incense for healing, especially if they have a religious background or they're skeptic or they're not too open to spirituality, would be frankincense and myrrh and cinnamon. And another one that I love, and this one I usually use for myself, but you kind of gotta be careful. And I'll tell you why. So I like to use cedar, lemon. So just a peel of a lemon. I drink lots of lemon water. So I always have lemon peel. So cedar, lemon, and pine. And sometimes I'll put clove in it. And when I use clove, it's because I need emotional healing. So clove is good for balancing your masculine and feminine side, but it also gets rid of any type of insecurity. And that's one of the reasons why I like to use clove. Now, the dangerous part is I would use poppy seeds. And they can pop, okay? But they're pretty awesome. And sometimes you can actually hear them pop. So it is fun to do. And if you have, you're just using a cauldron and a little bit, you'll be fine. But to me, the cedar, the pine, and the lemon is just so clean. Another one is that I find that works really good is eucalyptus, rose, and cedar. And we have lots of wild rose. So you can use sea roses, the ones that grow wild by the water. And you can also use rose hips as well. And we did the juniper rosemary. I do juniper rosemary if I know that I have, I'm dealing with someone that's got health issues, or if they are dealing with cancer or fighting cancer, I use juniper and rosemary. I find that one is awesome. And I feel protected dealing with fighting that. When you're helping people and they have cancer, you're influencing them body, mind, and spirit. Do I ground? Before I ever do anything, I always smudge myself. And I don't like grounding. Oh, you mean ground? Do I ground? Duh. Yes, you can use ground herbs. Okay. Ask a witch about grounding. You can grind them. A good thing you didn't say do you grind before use. I would have thought you're talking about sex. My gosh. Yes, you can use, a lot of times I'll crush it. I find that when I crush the herbs, you do get more aroma out of it. But then sometimes I like the way the raw just looks. So go with how you kind of feel as well. Rose, I love the smell of rose when it's crushed to a small powder, but I always feel bad crushing them. So I like to leave a little bit of both, right? Another incense that I use that is so good when you're dealing with people that have experienced trauma or abuse, okay, is known, this is an old one that is known to be connected to Hecate. And Hecate is the goddess of witchcraft. She is my favorite. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't mean that. I've been invoking Venus for the last week, and there I'm saying Hecate's my favorite. I do not mean that. So, she is the one that you want to use when you're dealing with crazy shit. Okay. And to invoke her, sandalwood is really good. And sandalwood is hard to get, but it is something that I am trying to source. Like, you know how you have those, the Palo Santo sticks? I want the sandalwood sticks. So I'm trying to put together all the 9 woods that the cauldron go into like Palo Santo sticks. I mean, that's amazing. And I used to do like the twigs, like sell the little bundles of each twig that you could burn in your cauldrons, but I don't know, I just see them all done like the Palo Santo sticks for some reason. So you can do the wood that way in your cauldrons. But sandalwood is good, cedar is good, and then you want to mix it with peppermint. So peppermint is known as an herb that will attract Hecate. So even if you don't have sandalwood or cedar, just get burning peppermint or make a peppermint tea. Like make sure you always have peppermint tea. And then, you know, you can burn it as an incense, have a bath, and it's really good. As soon as you light up peppermint and use it in magic, that is the herb to honor her. And we will use it when we are at a crossroads, or if we are, we're at a crossroads and we want our changes to be blessed, right? A lot of times we get that unexpected crossroad in our life, and it's like, okay, I guess now's the time to make the change. And, you know, I found in my life that if I didn't follow the changes of the crossroads, I ended up regretting it. It was like, oh my God, I should have done this 5 years ago. And it's like, could have been so much easier. Like you missed your chance. Did you ever feel like you missed your chance? And then it's gonna work its way all the way around the universe to get back to you so that you don't miss it again. Ugh. So peppermint is a really good herb to use. I also like to use it when I'm releasing things. So if I'm doing any type of magic during the waning moon period, I would use peppermint. And you can use the herbs or the oils. Okay. I'll use essential oils. If I don't have the herbs, I can use the essential oils in my herbal blends. So I can take my rosemary herb and my juniper, mix those herbs together. And then if I want to add peppermint essential oil, I'll add it into the herbs. Holy cow, look how red my hands are. That's crazy. Ugh, I did readings all day. Okay. Now, I want to share with you one to try to attract the God energy. So this month we are in balance. We are in a place of neutral, but it is nice to honor the God energy for this month because the sun is coming out. And so to honor the God or the masculine aspect, okay, or say we're dealing with men and we need more power, like, hello, help me. You can create this incense, and it is cedar, pine, and if you can add patchouli, the patchouli oil actually attracts the horned god. I love that. So patchouli is always good for men, right? But it is definitely one that attracts. And we burn patchouli with cedar and pine to honor the god. And when we do that, we will recognize him in some kind of mysterious guise. So that means I'll get an animal totem, or, you know, he just shows up within 3 days. You want to watch for him to come. So if you ever want to do a god and a goddess incense, it would be the rosemary and the juniper, and then add the patchouli. So rosemary and juniper is used to call both the god and the goddess, as well as to heal us. And that's why it's a healing incense, because it purifies and kicks our energies into healing mode. Okay. Let's see. So try to make one of those. With that. Okay, so I want to get into, last class I was talking about some of the things that you want to research or put together. And I got some feedback and people are finding it interesting. Some of the things they're connecting to. So I want to take it a little further. So I'm going to give you a couple things I want you to research and connect with. The first one is eminent. So IMMANENT versus transcendent. TRANSCENDENT. Gods and goddesses. Okay. And when you're looking that up, kind of take note on what you realize or connect with. You also want to look into the great goddess archetype and the great god archetypes. And again, we are meant to experience all of them in our life. So take note on your experiences. The other thing is, part of when you're connecting to the high priestess magic, we are meant to delve into the history of witchcraft. And so I'm going to say a list of things, and you don't have to do them all, but I will tell you, I have many students that do them all, and I love it. Like, you should see some of the binders of work I have from people's work. It's amazing. But history, or her story, is what I like to say, of witchcraft. So you can check out religion and Paleolithic times, or pagan religions of old Europe, or the Norse religions, or the Roman religion, or the burning times. And that one's like, I can already check that one off. Okay. The next one is the craft underground. I would love you to put a star by that. And I want you to try to connect with one underground society, not meaning call them or Facebook them or anything like that. I mean, just see which one you found or connected to, like as in resonated with. And that is it for research. Okay. Okay, 20 minutes. I'm going to start talking really fast. So now is the time for the maiden energy and the goddess to manifest herself through us. And as March magic goes into April, this is actually the time where we're given a special life force. And this life force is known to be delivered by the power of yods. Y-O-D-S. And this is an invisible power that falls upon the earth. And it usually begins 1 week before Astara. So usually a week before Astara, I personally do banishings, cleansings, and then I do money magic before Astara comes. But this life force is actually meant to cleanse and align us to the biorhythms and frequencies that have to do with our life purpose. And that life purpose is this wheel of the year that is beginning tonight. And the frequencies have to do not just with our life purpose, but it's heart-centered focus. And that's why we are in such a healing mode right now, whether we're healing ourselves or others. But the heart focus has to be with trust, joy, and freedom. So trust, joy, and freedom is the energy frequency to unlock whatever it is that you want to work on. Trust is the first one. And this energy that resonates with us this month will create breakthroughs. And those breakthroughs hold amazing wisdom. We will hit an energy peak on the 22nd. Every March 22nd, so it's not every year. So put it in your book of shadows. March 22nd, you'll want to look at your personal development. What's exciting for you? Because we call this the time of grounding. And it's also a time of connecting to our true north. So when I was talking about that magnetic pull we're getting right now, that's the true north energy that is stabilizing our body. And it's also stabilizing our finances, our tangible results, our home. So stabilizing our life and everything that has to do with Earth's realm, the earth element is in play. And so this energy is actually transforming. It's like a law. It's like an energy that attracts life transforming wisdom. It's higher education. And it's going to tell you to travel, to move forward. So how are you being told to move forward? Do you have a trip in mind? Anything that has to do with your future right now is divinely guided. So those ideas, really write them down. And you'll find by the end of the year, the ideas that you wrote down today, you can even seal it in an envelope, that were premonitions, messages from the spirit. March, that's why March is my favorite. It's like that one time where you get to get that divination that you've been waiting for for yourself. So this shows us that we are doing this, and this is going to happen. This energy is here for us until we hit retrograde, which I didn't even look at. I don't even know when retrograde hits us. So I might have to look at that for us. So until the retrograde is over, we will still want to focus on clearing the energies that are going. But it's important for us to focus on our relationships and to break expectations. This is actually that time. And you'll find that your expectations are yapping away or have been up until now. But those expectations are honored. That's why they came up. They're manifesting. But you will not break them now. You already spoke it, thought it. The universe knows what you want and need. And so we're actually being cleared of these energies that have to do with judgment, our egos, our triggers. So if you've been triggered by things or certain topics, as well as a quieting mind. A lot of times this is a time where our minds get overactive, and it's because it's being cleansed. So if the minds are going overactive right now, then you're actually receiving good thoughts, and you'll start to notice them in your flow. And this is also the time where we get to hold our space and to experience and learn our interactions. So pay attention to your relationships this month. This month is actually about amplifying our wealth and power. So we are meant to amplify our power. And how we do that is by putting effort into using nature, which is rainwater this month. So when it rains, try to gather some and use it in your cooking and see how it heals you. So rainwater, even if it's a lightning or storm, gather it and use it in your cooking for medicine and see how your body changes. Okay, put it in your soup, put it in your food, cook your veggies. We also want to help ourselves by reinventing ourselves with our ideas. What aspect are you reinventing? That's your claim of power. Today is March 20th, and this is actually the door that closes when it comes to energies that are trying to stir things up. This is the last day of it. We'll get a little bit of a peace for a while on that. And let me see, tomorrow on the 21st is when we actually join the flow that we're going to be in while we co-create with the universe. So you don't want a bad day. Something happens to try to get your distraction. Nope. I'll deal with it tomorrow. Or universe, did you just see that? Because that's not supposed to happen today. I mean, that's how I talk to the universe mentally. And it works. I think it does. I think I have enough spirits around me that can help me out. So tomorrow is that day on the 21st, every single year, we join a flow. And this flow is actually meant to guide us to where we need to be, like not negative, in the positive that supports our purpose and our dreams. And so that is the start of our personal evolution until the new moon. So this energy is strictly meant for you and your life and your. So as we get to the next new moon, we are naturally going to elevate our focus, our mind, our spirit, our wallets, but mainly our abilities. And that's the fun thing, is you're going to notice just your difference, as well as your connection. I have no doubts that your magical connections are going to be massive this year. No doubts. So this is important because from now until the new moon, every night before I go to bed, I'm going to be asking to meet my spirit guide. Bring me a message, spirit guide. I want to see your face. And I'm going to do that. And when you do that through this month, you usually will see your spirit guide come forward. So tonight, I invite you to show me your face. I want to see the face of my spirit guide, and go to bed. And they will come forward. This is a month where our spirit guide is the strongest to meet us, because we're all in a place of neutral and balance, even though some of us might not feel that, but we are. Okay. Yep. We're in total perfect balance spiritually. So let me see. Let me see if I'm missing anything. No, we're good. I think that is it. Do the water, try the rainwater. I want to make sure I'm not missing. Oh yes, the 23rd. Okay, so 23rd, write this down or listen to the video. You want to listen to nature outside and hear and see if you can hear music or trumpets. Because when you hear that, and it can be heard, for thousands of years, people would always listen on the 23rd for the sound of the music. And that is actually the gateway of the higher realms coming into our realm to do their protection and shielding magic, or energy. I call magic, but they give us their protection and shielding. And that is really powerful. So if you do hear something, then you are so blessed and so attuned. So don't you dare doubt anything. And the other thing is, one extra thing, the 27th is when I like to do a bath to invoke the goddess within me. So I'll do a bath, and when I do that, whenever I do a ritual bath, I put my hands on the very top of the water, not below. And I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I wait and connect. And then I invoke the goddess. So it'll be like, whatever, maybe it'll be Venus, Venus, Venus. Heal my body, I invoke you. Turn this water into, the healing power as it cleanses me. Because water goes in and out. Water is the most magical thing to cleanse you and to heal you. So 27th, try that. And you will probably have difficulty pushing your hand down into the water. It's so freaking amazing. And you'll know she was there. So try that and see if you can feel what I'm talking about with the water and the goddess. That is it. That is it. So if we can feel that magnetic power where it's difficult to pop your hands in the bath, it also means that the goddess is initiating you into further mysteries. Okay, and that was just the message and the sign. So after you feel that, you would know, I've been initiated. The goddess is connected to me, and now I am walking a new mystery, a new path. So the 27th is that day. Okay. And I'll be doing it. Maybe I'll put a star by it so that I can post something and make it fun. Okay. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to pull some cards on our magic. So let's see. Melissa, I'm pulling 3 cards on you. Your magic this month, till we meet again. Do some research and enjoy your career magic, as well as spirit guide. You're going to have a spirit guide experience. So ask for it every night. I want to meet you, my spirit guide. Let me see your face. And travel. That's again something we talked about. So you need to choose a place to go and do something. Where do you want to go? Maybe you want to come see me. I can't wait till this summer. I want to do all kinds of stuff. Okay, Michaela, 3 cards for you. Let's see what we get. Yours is transformation. That makes sense with everything that's happening. Trust your transformation and your dreams. So again, pay attention to your dreams. Communication is happening. Okay, I got 1 more minute. Daddy. Let's see your magic this month. Oh, I have goosebumps all over. I'm excited. Okay, your magic this month. Life purpose. How that's huge. Oh my gosh. Okay, life purpose is your magic. We talked about that. Closure. Jesus, I saw that. And the next one, inspiration. So that means give to receive, receive to give. There's some kind of exchange, right? Whenever we release something, we get something. And for those that aren't here, you get 1 card, and it is your magic for this month, transformation. So it's fitting. We're all going through that. So bloom, beautiful. All of you, bloom. Nothing else matters but what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to pop off, and maybe I'll see you in 5 minutes on the next link. See ya. Bye-bye.